Hi students, this is your science teacher Devanshu Dev sir. Today I am explaining the chapter number 2, lesson number 2. This is regarding digestion in human being. Let us begin. I am sure that you have already learned about holozoic nutrition in the lesson number 1 of the chapter 2. What is holozoic nutrition? It is a method of nutrition that involves the ingestion of liquid or solid organic material, digestion, absorption and assimilation of it to utilize it. It includes taking in the complex substances and converting them into simpler form. So, you might understand that it is ingestion of liquid or solid organic material and converting it into simple form. There is a level diagram of human digestive system. You can check it in your book. There are some important levels you have to do, that is the mouth or buccal cavity, oesophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine and the rectum. So, you have to take some time to draw the diagram. The diagram may be drawn as in the left hand side, and in your book this diagram is already given. So, please check it out. Now, what is the overview of the digestion in human? The digestion involves the processing of food. The food components gradually get digested as food travels through various compartments. The inner wall of the stomach and the small intestine and the various glands associated with the canal, such as salivary glands, the liver, the pancreas secrete digestive juices. The digestive juices convert complex substances of food into simpler ones. The digestive tract and the associate glands together constitute the digestive system. I am explaining it. You see, in human being, the nutrition involves the following steps. The steps are ingestion, then digestion, then absorption, then assimilation and egestion. In your book it is written as ingestion, movement, mechanical and chemical digestion and the absorption. The absorption will be followed by elimination, that is the egestion. Now, let us learn step by step. I told you that there are two processes, one is mechanical or physical process and another is chemical process. The mechanical process includes chewing, tearing, grinding, mashing and mixing. How does it do? Yes, you rightly guessed, it is through your teeth, the lips and the tongue. Very good. Now, there is a chemical part also. The chemical part involves enzymatic reaction to improve digestion of carbohydrates, proteins and lipids. There are different organs doing specific functions. We will be starting with the first part of it, that is the alimentary canal. Now, alimentary canal has got another name as well, that is called digestive tract. you'll be surprised to know it is about 9-meter long structure extending from mouth to the anus. Here 9-meter, you need to know how long is it. Okay, let us guess a boy or girl of your height or age will be having a height of about 1.3 meter to 1.5 meter, and a taller boy or a grown up person you meet is about 1.6 meter to 2.1 or 2 meter. The alimentary canal is 9 meters, so it is even 4 times the size of a grown up man. Is it not amazing? Mouth is the place where intake of food is taken. You can see the intake, there is a black dot going, have you seen? That is the mouth through which the intake of food takes place. It is like the front door of your house. When you eat, what do? You take the food in your mouth, that is the cavity of your mouth. It is also called buccal cavity, you will be learning about it. Chew them, move them with your tongue. This process is called ingestion. And the last part of it, after different processing and absorption, anus is the exit. It is the exit of what? It is the exit of the undigested part of the food, that is called digestion. Now, this is the very important part of holozoic nutrition, that is a function of mouth and buccal cavity. What is the mouth? Slit bounded by the movable lips. Lips, you know, that intakes the food, that is the ingestion. The buccal cavity through which food enters and are broken by teeth, that is taking place inside the buccal cavity. Food is taken into the body through the mouth. The processes of taking food into the body is called ingestion. We chew the food with the teeth and break it down to mechanically into small pieces. There are some secreted saliva. Let me tell you what is saliva. Saliva is a watery thing. It is a watery substance that is present inside your mouth, which we sometimes spit out. Well, children, remember, at present spitting is a criminal offense. So, this watery substance, what does it do? It actually, the saliva actually moves through the broken food pieces and it is pasted. It starts it has got several functions. The first function is to soften the food. Now, who secretes it? It is secreted by the tongue. It starts secreting when we see some of our favorite food or some tangy food. Okay, let us for an example talk about mango or pickle. Think of a mango or a pickle piece, or if it is possible you can see it. You will find some watery substance coming out of your mouth. So, that is saliva. Now, saliva plays very important role, as I told you. Their number one is moistening of food and softening it, and it contains enzyme. That enzyme has got a name, it is called salivary amylase or the digestive enzyme, which converts starch into sugar. Starch, what is starch? Starch is a carbohydrate. It is a complex form of carbohydrate or called polysaccharine. It is a combination of different type of sugars, and sugar is the simplest form of carbohydrate. Now, the salivary amylase, that is saliva, in short, they are converting starch into the simplest form of carbohydrate, that is sugar. You can have a proof like a piece of bread. Bread is a dried form of starch, you can say. A piece of bread you keep in your mouth for some time, and after some time it will find that the bread has become sweeter. When it is moistened, it becomes sweeter. Why it is getting moistened? It is getting moistened by the saliva, and it becomes sweetened because it has been converted into sugar. So, we can see that starch has become sugar. Remember, food contains many nutrients like carbohydrates, then the proteins, vitamins, then fat, and some another lipids. They are there. So, one part of it, the carbohydrate part, is taken care of by saliva. The tongue has got a very important function too. Tongue is also a part of the buccal cavity, but the teeth. Teeth mechanically breaks down into small pieces, the food into small pieces, and mixes this with saliva. You can see there is a continuation of a series of teeth, and different type of teeth has been shown in the figure. You will be having one small activity after that, and after this activity we need to know about the tongue also. Tongue also have actually tongue those looks like a simple muscle, but it has got taste buds which turns which actually in turn we take the taste of the food, which is yummy, which very tasty food, we can fill it with our tongue. This is bitter, we can fill it with the tongue. And the taste also controls the secretion of salivary amylase, and the muscle movement of the tongue actually helps the food to reach the stomach through the oesophagus. The next section of my lesson would be on digestion, but today's lesson will be too long, so I will not talk about the esophagus part and the stomach part. So, this is the end of lesson number 2. This much for today. I hope you liked my today's video. Please don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Here I want to say one thing. Remember, I am not a professional YouTuber, so I don't have any target to achieve. This is only to know how many of my students are following me. Don't forget to try the online quiz at the beginning of my tomorrow's lesson. Thank you.